Yo, yo, yo. Thank you so much for tuning in to Conversations with Glo Radio Show, where it's just not questions, it is definitely a conversation. And again, conversations is with the K and not with the C. And be sure to head over to convowithglo.com so therefore you can subscribe to my emailing list and therefore you can get more information about me, your girl Glo, and also the future guests that I will also have on my show as well too. So go do what I asked for y'all to do. Don't ask me no questions. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, go ahead and be that friend and go over and subscribe to the emailing list and also to my YouTube channel, Conversations with Glo podcast. And therefore you can see the visuals as well too. But enough about me. We're going to go ahead and allow for my guest to introduce himself. And then y'all already know what we're going to do. Get into the conversation.
What's going on, you beautiful people out there? My name is Kaesevyn. That's Kaesevyn. I am a currently 27-year-old music artist from Cleveland, Ohio. I've been making music for about 14 years. In the last two and a half years, I've been dabbling in producing my own music. I've
Okay.
been selling beats, and I'm basically a one-man army when it comes to this music stuff. And I don't want to do nothing else with the rest of my life but this. So holla at your boy if you need beats or if you need a feature or whatever. So yeah,
Hey, y'all
let's do
make sure
this.
y'all holler at K7, okay? Like I feel you when it comes to that one man army. Like I have people to teach me, but
Mhm.
now like I got the gist of it. I'll be over here
That's what
dun-dun-dun.
I'm
So I
saying.
get it and I
That's what I'm saying.
understand.
Listen to me.
But
Times is tough. You gotta do everything yourself nowadays. I ain't got no money to be paying y'all, so I'm gonna just get the money and pay myself.
I'm trying to tell you, put it in a pot or something. But let's go
Yeah.
ahead and get into the conversation. So, okay. So you said that you've been in this music game for 14 years.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
made you want to actually jump off the porch and get into the music industry?
Um, so so like I said, so I've been doing music for about 14 years. I actually started making music just in the beginning. My father passed away in 2010. And I
Okay.
used music as, as like a therapy, like a coping mechanism, just to, to deal with everything that I was feeling and everything that I was going through. What made me start officially releasing music um, was my pastor, or rather my old pastor from the church that I used to attend. He called me after like 5 or 6 years of just not being there. We just reconnected, and he owned a label back in the '90s, early 2000s, and he was trying to get together, a group, to like a roster really for the label that he was trying to start up. Um, and he recruited me. So the first thing that we worked on together was an EP, 6 songs and everything, and just trying to really get me developed as an artist, the type of artist that I wanted to be. The unfortunate thing is that he actually passed away, contracted COVID-19, and passed away from complications of it.
Oh,
So as an ode to him, I only saw it right to finish the EP and put it out, and then just take it as far as I could. And then I've been running around ever since then, just trying to make it work. Um, Hell, since then I've released up to this point I've released 4 albums, 2 EPs, a handful of singles, and we just keep going. You know what I mean? Just trying to make this work and trying to do better and do right by people that, what I'm saying, that open the doors for us.
yeah. I mean, I don't see. It's something about me and music, right? So
Hmm.
I told you to send me over your stuff so I can listen to it. And what you did is that you answered a question, well, a conversation starter about why what with me actually listening to your music, and with me some songs, most of your songs, it sounds as if you're talking about things that you have went through in your
Mm-hmm.
life.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you told me about your dad passing back in 2010, that what made me be like, okay, so now I get it in regards with listening to your music. Like it's I like it. And I like the fact that you're putting out this type of music and you are attracting the audience that you need, because a lot of people don't know how to necessarily just know how to sit down and express themselves on a piece of paper with a pen and a piece of paper, and to have someone like you that's just like, okay, it's okay to express yourself through this music, because at the end of the day it's who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And you're basically just recognizing your emotions and your feelings, not saying that everything that you have recorded is is expressing things that you have went through.
Right.
But it was one song that I like. I think it was a song. It was like you was going through something with a female, and I was just like,
I know exactly which song you talking about.
and
So
I
so
was
yeah.
like,
No,
listen.
so the beauty of it is that no, you actually hit it right on the nail. So the way that I construct and arrange music, first of all, I refuse to put myself in a situation lyrically wherein somebody can pull my card and be like, "Hey, well, when did you do that? When were you there? When were right?" And then I don't have an answer for you.
Right.
I've got to always be like authentic when it comes to this, because it don't feel right, talking about something, man. I ain't never been through this. I ain't never been over there. I ain't never did none of this. I'm just lying to these people, and I don't want to lie to nobody. But um, no, the type of music that I make, I definitely wear my heart on my sleeve most of the time. But my goal, my point with the music that I make, especially this last album, I'm just there, man, to just try to tell folks, man, it's okay, and excuse my language, it's okay to be fucked up, because sometimes, man, that's just
Yeah.
what it is. Sometimes
Mhm.
it's okay to not be okay. And for the longest time, my biggest struggle, music and personal life all together, it took me a really long time to just like myself. And I mean
Mhm.
just like who I am, who
Yes.
I see in the
Yes.
mirror, who I wake up and be, you know what I'm saying? It took me a
Mhm.
real long time to start caring about myself and just start liking who I was. And then once I actually did, once I it just turned on and like, okay, now we're here, now we've got to start doing all of
Mhm.
this. Okay, fine. Now that I like myself, there's I'm bulletproof. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
look, you don't have to like the music, you don't have to like what we doing, you don't have to like nothing about none of this. But what you not gonna do is say that we over here fronting. We not, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna say that we over here lying. You're not gonna
Yeah.
say we over here, you know what I'm saying, just doing it for the likes, doing it for the this. No, man, we doing this because, nigga, I'm trying to pay some bills. Okay. I
Exactly.
got some mouths
Exactly.
to feed. Like, I got people to take care of. That's what I'm doing this for. And it just so
Mhm.
happens, man, that I'm talking about myself.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But I'd rather y'all, you know, hear me talk about what's real, as opposed
Mhm.
to putting on and trying to portray something that, bro, I ain't never done that. I ain't never been
Mhm.
that way. And I've never like thought about going to go do none of that. So
Mhm.
I'm not even gonna try touching it. I'll,
Mhm.
like, if I think of something clever, right? Like, sure, I'll throw that bar in there just because it's clever, but I'll be the first one to say, no, no. That was just for the song. That's all it was. No. I got stuff to do tomorrow. I can't afford to go and get all off into no mess. I'm good. I'm all right.
Right, right.
You
And
know what
with
I'm saying?
me, I trust me, I definitely do understand what you're saying, because my thing is that I sit up and I think that same way as far as being a podcaster. Like, I talk my shit. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
that's what I do. Like, I mean, like, I'm not one of those obnoxious podcasters or anything, because I talk about a lot of stuff, like I'm around the way.
Right.
However, it's focused more on, like the cultural, and also, like more, like just that's
Yeah.
where, like relationships or whatever. And
Right.
so, like, I have to be like, this is why I speak from experience, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't try to speak from other people's experience, because I don't need nobody trying to come and try to get me
And
canceled or some
mm-hmm.
shit like that, because, oh, I done said this. Like, everybody has an opinion. Like, everybody has that. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay with that. However, I just don't want to be one of those, like, because when I do blow up,
Mm-hmm.
I don't need you going on my Twitter and trying to find things about me, because I see it being done all the
Right.
time to people
Mm.
that actually blows up. So I get exactly where you're coming from when you're stating, like, hey, I just want to give y'all the real me. And that's basically what I do as well too. Like, I just want people to know, like, this is me.
This is
And I
it.
get
Yeah,
where
this is it.
yeah. And I get
This
where you're coming from in regards with, it took you a long time to actually recognize who you are and to accept who you are. Because that's basically where I'm at right now. Like, I can't front, like, when being a child and growing up, like, and then with me, you wear glasses, just like
mm-hmm.
me. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just like
Got picked on
you
just
got picked
because.
on just because, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because you wear
Mm-hmm.
glasses. So that can basically, bring on some insecurities or whatever. But when you overcome that and you really realize who you are as a person, instead of you sitting up here trying to be someone else, it's the most beautiful thing in the world. And
Absolutely.
with you expressing yourself to the people, not saying like they are going to want to be like you, but they can relate to you. So this
Right.
is why you're drawing in the audience that you are drawing in.
Exactly. Exactly. I just at the end of the day, I just want folks, I don't want nobody to put on for nobody. I don't want you to try to get around nobody and try to fit in. No, man, I want for people to get back to loving themselves and like really loving themselves. You know what I'm saying? I want people to really understand. Sometimes, man, sometimes you just gotta feel fucked up because that's what
Mhm.
you got. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But the best way I keep hearing it like over and over. The best way to get over something is to just get through it. Just
Yep.
get through it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Once you come out on the other side, it gets easy. It gets more manageable. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You start to be able to
Mhm.
deal with things better. You recognize things better, and you're that much better off. So I
Mhm.
always advise folks, no matter what, no matter who you're around, whoever you trying to be around, whatever, man, just be yourself. And if they don't like who you are, fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them. You don't
Oh.
need to be around them.
Woo!
It's
You
that
better say
simple.
that again. That's it still,
It's just
y'all.
listen and I'll take it as far and look. I don't give a damn. Me personally, I don't give a damn if you get me canceled neither. If it's your mama, if it's your daddy, your brother, your sister, cousin, auntie, uncle, granddaughter,
Ooh.
whomever it is to you, if they don't like the real you, the same you now don't be out here doing nothing crazy, y'all. But if they don't like the real you, you don't need to be around them because they not there for the real you. They want to see what they want to see, but then that's not what
Mhm.
you have, and that's not who you are. So don't try to be that for nobody, man. Go love yourself and take care of you. And then once you get right, then try to come back later on. And if
Mhm.
not, then
Mhm.
whatever. Shit.
Mhm. Mhm. Yes, like this is so it. Like like, not it feels so much better when you feel like that you don't have to force yourself into something. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, like you can breathe. Like, this is me. This is who I am. I do have one last conversation that I do want to speak on before
Yes,
we
ma'am.
do head out. So, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, ooh, that's so realistically, in 5 years, um, I see myself having a more brick and mortar kind of studio headquarters. What I want to do is, so I spoke a little bit about my pastor from earlier, the label that he wanted to start, with all of us that he reached out to. I actually kind of, in spirit picked up the torch and have been
Mm-hmm.
running with it ever since. So all of the music that I've put out professionally has been under that record label name, Alive Music Group. And in 2000, it is 24, in 2022, I filed, the articles of organization with the state of Ohio. So I am now, and have been for the last 2 years, CEO of my own record label. And
Okay.
you know what I mean? And have just been
Okay.
doing everything that I can to learn how to, how to run a business, how to run a music, how to run a successful music label at that. And now, with having, dropped this many musical projects, I'm leaning now into the space of, I really want to try to find other artists, not only to just work with, but to find those who want to take their musical career to the next level and are looking
Yeah.
for a label to get behind them. We ain't got no money. We do all this independent, but if you want a label that's gonna help you be a better you, be a better artist, that's what we're here for. And it don't matter the genre
Yes.
neither. Like we accept everybody. So
That's what I was getting ready to ask you. Does it matter? So, do you work with people outside of Ohio?
Anybody, anywhere, it don't matter if you overseas, it don't matter if you upstate, across country, it don't matter. And it also don't matter, like I said, it don't matter the genre neither. I don't care if you do pop, rock, indie, folk. I don't care if you just play a harmonica. If that's what you want to do, I'm not mad at it, baby. Chase your dream. And that's what I'm
Yeah.
here for. Like, at the end of the day, to me, music is such a great tool for those trying to express themselves and trying to
Hmm.
just achieve their goals outside of, just working a regular 9 to 5. So if your taste in music, if your idea for your music career is something that is the total opposite of what I naturally do, like what I was naturally raised listening to, that's fine with me, as long as it sounds good, or as long as
Hmm.
there's, like, excuse me, potential for growth. Like, as long as you're doing what you got to do as an artist to get better and wanting to be better every step of the way, I don't mind working with you. I don't mind putting my stuff on hold just to develop you, or just to, try to push you in the direction that you need to go. Um, but the one thing that you got to have the drive, you got to have the passion. You can't want to do this, man, just to get famous overnight. Like I said,
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 14 years, and I on a personal level, I don't feel like I'm where I need to be for as much work as I've put in, but I'm also patient enough to say, hey, it's gonna happen when it's supposed to. And right now, maybe
Yeah.
it ain't supposed to. So let's just
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
grinding. Let's just keep doing this thing. At that point, anybody else that I want to work with, or anybody else that wants to work with me, there's a certain level of urgency that I feel like they've got to have. You ain't got to have the same level as me, but you got to have a little bit of fire underneath you in order for us to
Yeah.
work together and work smooth. Because otherwise, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. So, so what I get from this, where you see yourself being in 5 years, is basically expanding your music company, being that you
Yes,
are the
ma'am.
CEO, and also it sounds like you look for as being like a music mentor. Did I pick that up?
Yes, ma'am. No, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
okay. I just want to make sure that I am on the right page, and just making sure that you definitely getting yourself out here, because if anybody that has been working on something for a long time, they absolutely deserve to shine any type of way. I've been at this my podcasting. I've been in the radio now for 2 years, and I have been podcasting now for, I want to say, it's like a hard, like between 5 and 6 years, because I started my group on Facebook back in
Mhm.
2018, and like I did like my first live like my first interview like in 2019. So it's
Mhm.
more on like 6 5 6 years, but the thing is that whatever you find yourself loving and you continue to keep on loving and you find yourself being scared when you are living on it, that
Mhm.
means that this is something that you're supposed to have.
Yeah,
Is
absolutely.
yours. So once you
Absolutely.
find yourself not feeling that no more, that means that the drive has been taken away. Like, I love talking to new people. I love talking to people that I've never met before. This is it's interesting and it's dope to me. So
Absolutely, because you
um
meet people from different walks of life, and you get fresh perspective. You know what I'm saying, on things that
mhm,
you didn't really either didn't really think about, or just like didn't think about at all. So I'm not
yeah,
mad at that. I'm not mad at that
yeah.
at all. It's a pleasure to meet new people all the time.
Yep, sure is. So before we do head out,
Mhm.
K7, can you please let the folks know where they can find you at?
Absolutely. So, again, y'all, my name is Kaesevyn, Kaesevyn. I am mostly on Instagram. That is where I am the most active. I have the most response, whatever. I interact with everybody, comments, messages, tags, anything. I got you, no worries. Um, I do have a Twitter, but Twitter is the wild, wild west of the internet, and I am scared to go there. So if your thing is Twitter, and you want to hit me up on Twitter, by all means, that's fine. At K7 Music. But just know you might not hear from me. I'm just letting y'all know, because again, Twitter scares me. But I'm also on TikTok, Facebook, my YouTube page on YouTube. But if you're looking to just have a chat, send me a message, whatever, you know what I mean, by all means, reach out to me on Instagram. That's where I'm most active all day, every day. Also, for anybody interested in listening to the album that we've been, casually talking about, it is called Underground Heart. You can catch that Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, SoundCloud, YouTube Music, wherever it is that you stream your favorite music at. That's where you can catch my album. It's called Underground Heart. It's little under an hour, but I,
Mhm.
I I wanted to put together a project for people to listen to really take you on a journey from start to finish, so that you can see, how okay it is to not be okay. So I hope, what I'm saying, to hear from you guys, and I hope to, relate to somebody. And if you feel like that's you who listens to it, and you relate to a couple of things on there, by all means, please drop by my Instagram and come say something. I would really appreciate it.
Yes. So y'all, he just gave y'all the whole rundown. Okay.
Absolutely,
So the
absolutely.
whole rundown. So y'all be sure to catch my boy K7 on Instagram. That's where he say he mostly be at. He don't mess with Twitter because it's in the trenches. Okay.
No,
But
no, for real. Ah,
but before we do head out, K7, I do want to thank you so much for chopping it up with me. This conversation has definitely been a pleasure, and I am definitely grateful for you reaching out to me and wanting to be a part of Conversations with Glo Radio Show / podcast. And for those that are out there listening, I do want to thank y'all so much for tuning in to Conversations with Glo Radio Show. It's been a pleasure, and y'all already know what's up. In the meantime, between time, peace
peace
out.
out.